The Palestine Solidarity Campaign says it's vital that South Africa shows its support, as it's an indication of the country's constitution to outlaw discrimination. It says it wants the world to understand that it's not right that the world turns a blind eye to the mammoth injustices in Palestine, but is outspoken, for example, against the situation in Ukraine. A number of organizations, including political parties, attended the commemoration.
In the darkest period in South Africa, an international voice of solidarity is like a breath of fresh air. It's like a gasp of fresh air in the phosphorus-laden, gun-ridden, war-sounding places like Palestine. And we've been told, we've marched in some of the suburbs the past couple of weeks ago, and Palestinians appreciate that. It gives them hope. It gives them a feeling of the world. There is no inaction in the world, that there is something somewhere, people with a conscience who will stand with them, just as people stood with us in South Africa.
Keynote speaker Alan Boesak says the ongoing conflict between Palestine and Israel should not be seen as a religious conflict, but rather as a war that was created by human beings. The anti-apartheid activist and cleric says what is happening in the region should be on the global agenda continuously until Palestinians are truly free.
We know that this is not God's will, even though some people want to interpret it that way. This is something that human beings have wanted to happen. And that is why human beings like you and I have the power to stop them and to bring an end to it. You're not fighting God, you are fighting diabolical human beings.
The Desmond and Leah Tutu Legacy Foundation says in his lifetime, Archbishop Emeritus Tutu expressed that it's important to recognize that Palestinians are being subjected to an apartheid situation, and only the mass mobilization of civil society and political organizations can bring about change.
He made very, very clear that he in no way was opposed to Jewish people, that he in no way was opposed to the Jewish religion, but that we cannot hold back from calling out apartheid when we see it. And he knew so powerfully what he saw when he went to Palestine. He often actually said it was worse than the apartheid he saw in South Africa because of the extent of the separation, the extent of the oppression, the extent of the violence. And so it's really important for us to be able to hold both of these concepts in our mind at the same time. In the one hand, that in no way must we hate Jewish people, and in the other, that the Israeli state is undertaking an illegal occupation.
Mariska Botha, SABC News, Cape Town.